So we're gonna do side flexion, lateral flexion of the spine. So when you do your cars and you find yourself going into lateral flexion and this is say the right side is having trouble lengthening. So we're having that trouble. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay on our side, get an object. I'm using a med ball. It could be a yoga block. It could be anything you have, okay? When you come down on the floor all the way, you're seeing how much of that flexion you actually have into that range. So now I'm gonna use the ball to anchor myself in this spacing here. If I feel a stretch, you're in the right place. So got the arm here. As long as you don't have any discomfort in the shoulder in this setup, if you do, then we can take the ball away and then we can just use the forearm. Let's go through both. So if we're using the forearm and no object, say you're in the, I don't know, the airport terminal and you're waiting for the plane. You want to get some lateral flexions. Well, first I'm going to try to close this side by trying to do a crunch, but I don't want it to move. So I'm blocking here, I'm squeezing everything I possibly can here to try to close it, but I'm blocking myself from moving. Then my rails is going to be to actually engage all this stuff and bring my ribs to the floor. As I drive the ribs to the floor, I squeeze all this musculature, even placing my fingers here to make sure that I'm squeezing. Don't be mistaken by hip. Don't pike the hips. The hips stay fluid and they stay down here. Do not move the hips. You're moving all the musculature along the torso and driving the ribs to the floor for lateral flexion. Okay? Same thing applies if we use this ball, that joint, that spacing here. Try to pull into the ball. Again, I don't have any pain in here in the shoulder in this position, so I'm driving, trying to close that, and then squeezing all this musculature, driving the ribs to the floor. And that's gonna be a simple setup for spine lateral flexion, PAILS rails.